Hello, everyone, and welcome to this really informal chat about what this business called Arbonne is all about. So I'm here with three of my colleagues, Rita, Kirsten, and Rowena. And we have all formed a really great friendship over the years through this business. But the fact is, none of us were looking for a business when Arbonne crossed our path. We've all got very varied backgrounds and we all still work in our other careers as well, which I think is worth highlighting, that Arbonne is not something that you quit your job and you do full time. It's a side business. It's a way of making an extra income stream for you and your family. So I'm going to ask the girls about what they did before and how their career has changed since discovering Arbonne. And I'm going to start with my tuck shop mum buddy, Rita, because Rita and I were literally buttering sandwiches opposite each other when she told me she'd moved from Western Australia to Queensland to find something that fit in more with her family. So Rita, what were you doing back there and how did Arbonne appeal to you?
Yeah, so I had 25 years in corporate doing PR, event management and marketing communications. And I actually had my own business in Perth, which was for 7 years with staff and all the rest of it, traditional business. And I guess I was looking for something. I didn't really want to go back to working for somebody else, which I did actually in the interim, but I wanted to work for myself, but I didn't quite know what it was that I was looking for. It needed to be flexible so that I could work it around my kids, and it needed to be something that I was really passionate about. So, and I'm all about the food and the nutrients and the nutrition and the things that are going onto and into our bodies. And so this just ticked all the boxes for me, which is so good. But yes, such a complete shift. And of course, I've since been able to go back and restudy and retrain and qualify as an integrative nutrition health coach. So it has led me down a completely different path, and I absolutely love what I do now.
Yeah, it aligns so well with what you've always been about. But I think the health journey that you've taken with Arbonne has led you to those opportunities, which has been amazing. And Rowena, you were friends with Rita from way back, from living when she lived in Melbourne. What inspired you about Rita's story and how did that impact your decision to look at Arbonne as a business?
Yeah, absolutely. So Rita was an old neighbour of mine, and we were actually on this big trip around Australia and had popped into Rita on our way back. And at the time, I've got two young kids, and I was feeling pretty, I put on a bit of weight. I was smiling on the outside, but I was actually faking it. I wasn't feeling good on the inside. And chatting to Rita and finding out about her 30 Days to Healthy Living program experience, I just thought, why not? Why don't I do this program? And I actually signed up for the bigger discounts at the time. Who doesn't want the bigger discounts?
For work at the time, like what's your other business that you have now or other career?
So I am a social worker by profession. So I'm all about empowering people, and that's kind of who I am to the core. And that was one of the things. So in doing the 30 Days program, I found I was recommending the products to people in any case. And I think I had these preconceived ideas about I'm not into sales or whatever. And I realized that we all do it all the time. And I was doing it without even meaning to do it. And I was actually at that stage of my life where I was working part-time, but I didn't want to go back to work full-time. And I wanted to find something that would bring in some more money, looking at schools and that kind of thing. So Arbonne kind of ticked all the boxes, and I thought, why not?
Well, I think it fits in beautifully. Social work and helping people is really what we do. I was like you, Ro. I was a school teacher for many years, and I just thought, I don't know how to sell anything. Selling is not my business, but communicating is. And I like talking to people and sharing things that I like. And that's where Arbonne seemed to come naturally for me as well. And then as a stark contrast, we have Kirsten, who works in government in sustainability. You've taught us all so much about the environment. Kirsten, why were you attracted to a business model like network marketing?
Well, to be honest, I'd never really even looked at it. I know my parents had sort of dabbled in Amway for a while, and there was certain things and thresholds that they had to hit, and it just sounded quite stressful. But I was on maternity leave at the time, and I had to tell my boss and HR whether or not I wanted to go back full time. So I had to make that decision, but it just, a bit like Rowena, just didn't feel right going back full time. I had 3 kids, I was juggling everything. My husband was working a really long, hard job in the city, you know, he was hardly home. And so how I was going to balance full time and look after my family. And I was playing a lot of sport at the time, so I had big commitments with my state touch footy. But I was looking for something, I didn't know what it was, and I got invited to a little party to try some skincare because, you know, in the sustainability area, I was looking at organic and I was looking at, you know, vegan certified products. And so that sort of ticked that box for me and I really liked it. And Ro was like, you know, there's a business attached to the products. I was like, well, that makes sense. That's awesome. I could do that. And then I discovered the nutrition and I was just all in. It just made perfect sense to me that I could, you know, let people know about these products. I had, you know, lots of people in the fitness industry that were looking for protein and nutrition products and healthy living. And I love coaching people. So it just made sense to jump in and just see where it took me. And I didn't have to go back full time and still find a purpose. Like, I don't know about some of the mums out there, but I just felt like I was a mum working a bit of a part-time job and that was kind of it. So it was nice to fuel my mind around something else. And the fact that Arbonne is B certified, B Corp certified and all that, we'll get into that later, but that just ticked a lot of boxes for me in the sustainability space. So
yeah. You're our guru that we go to when we need explanation on this. And, you know, Kirsten's taught me a lot about water bottles and coffee cups and all that stuff. So yeah, we love having your contribution to our team, Kirsten. So I'm just going to share some slides with everyone at home so that you've just got a little bit more of the nuts and bolts of how we actually work the business, because I think you can gather we all love the community, we love the products, but, you know, people want to know, how do we actually make a business out of this gig? So we're all here to basically empower other people, and they don't need to do the business either. That's what I love. If people just want to buy some products at a discount, they are products that every household uses. So I don't feel like I'm trying to sell some unusual gadget. You know, everybody uses skincare and cleansers and health and nutrition products. But this incredible man, Peter Mork, that founded our company Arbonne 41 years ago, he really dreamt of a place where people could have their own business for next to no startup cost, next to no risk, but you genuinely could flourish and create a really amazing lifestyle for you and your family. And I've certainly experienced that for my family after being in the business now for 12 years. So we all know the economy is really changing. People's work habits are changing. More and more people are wanting to work from home, and more people want to work around their families too. We've gone in a real shift from society 40 years ago. But most of all, the global industry of wellness is a huge boom. And that's where, you know, my little wellness guru, Rita, comes in, because this is your specialty, Rita. What have you found, how this suits the current climate?
Look, I think that there's the demand for wellness and health products now outstrips so many other industries. It is just phenomenal. You can see it on TV. There's so much advertising about it. And of course, stress is a major contributor to our non-health, basically. So we've got this overarching sort of level of stress over all of us at the moment, and it is contributing to this feeling of being, you know, boxed in. Nobody wants to feel like they're stuck, and this is an option for people who just want to, I guess, take back the balance in so many different ways. Why Arbonne? Well, look, it's all about the mind, body, skin connection. And it really, this is what really impressed me. The ingredients, number one, because I am absolutely about ingredients. I will go through it with fine tooth comb.
I remember.
Oh, look, yeah, I asked a lot of questions, right? Before I joined up. But the formulations are incredible. Our scientific advisory board is phenomenal. The best people on the team doing our formulations. We've got one of the world's leading gastroenterologists, Dr. Will B. He is incredible. He's on our scientific advisory board, amongst many others. We've got holistic health practitioners. We've got GPs. We've got dermatologists. We've got, you name it, we've got it, dietitians. So really this mind-body connection, everything that we put into and onto our skin is absolutely connected to what the outcome of our health is. So, you know, from the gut through to the brain and the skin, what we are putting into, which includes our skin, because everything we put on our skin absorbs straight into our bloodstream, it really does make a difference. And we look at everything holistically. And I love that we are scientifically tested as well. We've got lots of different certifications, which is brilliant, ticks a lot of boxes for me. But the scientific testing and the clinical trials absolutely tell me that we are on the right track and ahead of the rest.
Definitely. And ahead of the rest, as far as, you know, 41 years ago, there weren't too many vegan certified companies on the market. You know, now it's, you know, the buzzword, but the buzzword now is B Corp. And I'd never heard of this word B Corporation a year ago, but Kirsten had certainly heard of it and she helped explain it to me. So Kirsten, you're the perfect person to explain, what does a B certification involve?
Yeah, it's an amazing certification actually, and there's not many companies in the world that are actually certified. They're certainly coming on board now, and certainly in the health and wellness industry, there's not many of them either. So for Arbonne to decide to become a B certification to set them apart from the rest of health and wellness companies was an absolute mind-blowing thing for me. And B Corp, basically in its really simple form, it just puts people and planet before profits, which is just unreal. And it's not just the products, it's looking at their buildings, how they're packaging. They've got amazing milestones coming up. So they're looking at 2025. It's 100% circular economy products. So that basically just means everything that they package has either been recycled before, it's already been used and recycled, and then goes back into the system again. So nothing is virgin anymore. And that's their goals for 2025. So that is just unreal. We are setting the milestones ahead of everyone else. So I think that's really impressive. And look, we've got an amazing array of products. We talked about their certification as well in terms of their vegan certified, etc. But we're also cruelty-free. We've got beautiful makeup, body care, skin care, nutrition. Obviously, the nutrition I absolutely love. But yes, I am delving into the makeup world, and it is fun as. And being a tomboy and a sports person, I didn't use a lot of skincare, and I certainly didn't wear any makeup. And now my skin is finally flourishing. It just used to be just sun-stricken, poor thing. So now it's really amazing.
Because as an I know you're a professional athlete. Was it the 30-day program that you were initially introduced through?
Well, funnily enough, it was the skincare, but I almost went straight for the protein once I found out they had protein, which I didn't even know. And then to find out that they had a program attached to those products was absolutely amazing. So this is where I can actually really help people with their health. Like Rita touched on it before, but I love coaching people in the fitness area. But to then be able to just marry up the nutrition at the same time is just great. And this program is basically a reset. We're not looking at anything too drastic, but we are looking at removing some of those ingredients and products that perhaps don't agree with you as well, just to give your body a rest for 30 days and then beyond. We're all about creating sustainable, healthy habits. And so this is where the program, which is actually free with this pack, which is amazing. And we coach you and help you and give you the knowledge. So, knowledge is power. So we want to give people the knowledge back around what is good for them and perhaps what's not great for them. So I absolutely love this program and the products.
Well, I was the opposite to you, Kirsten. I was not a sporty girl. I was a girly girl who loved makeup. And when this range came out, I'm like, I'm not going to drink a protein shake. I'm not like a gym person, but I actually wake up craving my protein shake every day. I have it at least 6 days a week for breakfast. So these products are delicious, but so nutrient dense that they actually fuel your body. And I just feel I have so much more energy these days than when I was brekkie with the kids. So what about the skincare? This is a fairly new range, Kirsten, but I was introduced through an older range called RE9. What's different about AGEWELL?
Yeah, this has been around for 12 months. So again, Arbonne just raising that bar in terms of their ingredients. So this has got a new ingredient. Well, it's not new, but it's a way of Arbonne introducing some great skincare for all skin types. So it's bakuchiol, which is a retinol, plant-based retinol basically, and it actually binds really well with our vitamin C, which is just an amazing combination. So to be able to do that and still get great results, This is an amazing skincare range, and I'm absolutely loving it. And most people that I know are, you know, flourishing with it as well, which is just great. So always raising the bar, always looking at ways of improving their ingredients and their products, which is just amazing. Always wanting to keep up with everything else. So yeah, it's great. This is a great range.
And now we've got the Derm Results Duo, which is another powerful add-on. We've got the resurfacing pads, and then the 15% vitamin C oil. So they're a real winner with that line. Okay, so I think it's pretty clear we're all using and loving such a broad range of products. But Rowena, can you tell us a bit more about how we actually get that out to people we know?
Yes, absolutely. It really is a simple business model. It's all about recommending the products that we are using with our networks. I mean, if you go to a go to a restaurant and you love the food and you love the service, have you recommended it? It's the same thing with the book. You know, the last book that you read that was so inspiring and you're chatting to a friend, did you recommend it to her? It's basically the same thing. It's all about connecting. So connecting to people or with people in different ways, be it online or in person, and then listening. And if the time comes up, you know, that a friend might mention, oh, my skin has been, you know, really, I'm just feeling a bit old, or I've really been feeling tired and I want to look at some kind of a healthy reboot, or listening to those kind of things and then offering a solution with Arbonne and their products, or I'm really looking at earning another earning stream or having another earning stream. It is about listening and offering a solution. And then it really is up to them to decide whether they want to take you up on that or not.
That's where your social work must come in, because you are a good listener. And I think that's what I've learned along the way, that to be a good salesperson, you've just got to listen to the need in the person. And then there's so many options that we can help them. And what about the community, Rowena? Like when you first joined, you mentioned you were not looking for a business, you just joined for a better discount. What did you find with the support that you got?
I think for me, I'm very value orientated and you know, ethically led in that respect. So that was really important to me. And I was so pleasantly surprised. So it's kind of surpassed so many of my expectations. Just in terms of the supportive environment, you know, we're stronger together. It's they say surround yourself with people who inspire you. And I feel like I have that every day. You know, the trainings, the free trainings, the peer support, all of that. I genuinely feel like people have got your back, and not because it's in their best interest, but just because they genuinely want you to succeed. And that to me is it's the magic.
I'm glad you feel that way. And then how do we earn an income? Because at the end of the day, it is a business. So how do we actually get paid?
So it really is as simple as recommending a product to your network. And then if they do decide to buy something from you, then you get a commission of that. And then also from your team, you know, you will earn a commission from that as well, or overrides from that. And at every level in the business, there's also the opportunity for cash incentives and cash rewards. And for me, you know, it's just that, you know, you wanted to buy that pair of shoes or that handbag, or, you know, for those of you who are struggling to pay your bills, all those added, you know, the cash incentives and that all help, or earning or saving towards that holiday, you know, when we can go on holidays again, and all of those kind of things. So those are the different ways, but also go to earnings.arbonne.com if you'd like to see more about that.
Yeah, that's a great document, because it actually does give our for the last year, the average earnings at every single level. There's only 4 levels in the business, and we're spanning 3 of those levels here on this group, but it really can be as little or as much as you make it, can't it, Ro?
Yeah, 100%.
So what would you say to someone, Ro, who's like tried the products? Maybe you've given them a protein shake sample or an AGEWELL sample, and they're just sitting on the fence about, oh, look, I like the product. I don't really think I'm looking for a business. I'm very busy. What would you say to them?
You know, we've all been where you are, you know, in that position and thinking about those kind of things. And I believe life is to be lived to the full. And so when you hear that little voice going, you know, what if it fails? You know, on the other side of it, what if it succeeds? So I just say, you know, one day or day one, it really is up to us. And it has so surpassed any expectations I had. And I feel like I'm a better person, you know, for this experience as well.
Oh, that's beautiful, Ro. I know the personal development in this business is second to none. I remember when I joined, I said to my sponsor, oh, I only read novels, like fiction novels. I haven't read a fiction novel for 10 years. But, you know, we fill our cups with trainings. We just came off a great weekend of virtual training, and the retreats and things we do together are definitely not like work. We actually look forward to them. So thank you so much, girls, for your insight. I love hearing your varied backgrounds. I don't think 4 people could be more diverse in their backgrounds, and yet when we come together, we are so aligned in our values and our passion and our drive for this business and where we're heading. So if someone sent you this recording and you've got any more questions, please get back to us and we'd love to answer them. Thank you, girls.
Thanks, Jodie.
Thanks.